sending our cattle away on the road droving up near Bombala, and the cousin next door still had feed on the ground and ground cover. He was actually done the holistic course about 3 years before that. There was a course coming up in Braver that Christmas when we started doing the course, and it seemed to make a lot of sense to me that short periods with a lot of stock on in a small area could be very beneficial. Yeah, we started off with Bellevue. We bought that in '94. It was a very deep soil, good property, well looked after by the previous farmers, not too overgrazed. It had 5 paddocks, and it had probably 70% of it sown down exotic grasses at that stage, and we haven't ploughed it at all. We split the farm up into 37 paddocks, just with one wire fencing and putting the troughs into the middle of the other paddocks, and then fenced out from there in a wagon wheel. I gave the place a rest for 6 months with no stock on it last year, which has really built up the organic matter, and I'm getting great response as soon as the cattle are taken out of the settlement. Tallow's family property. I leased the property off my father, which had a lot of sheep on it. We've got 100 paddocks down here at Tallow. We only have one mob of cattle, which are usually heifers that are bought as weaners and taken through to joining and then taken on up to Bellevue for calving. We fenced off all the creeks and 60% of the gullies that we could fence. And the recovery in the creeks has been phenomenal, really. Reeds and grasses, and even though it's so dry, we've still got water in our creek. We do have a big watering system in that supplies the water to the cattle, so they're all on troughs. Minimum inputs, it's only really the fencing, and we don't drench the cattle, we don't fertilise. As far as saffron thistle and Bathurst burrs and those sort of things, we feel so with the ground cover we can stop those annuals germinating, and they're very beneficial. Scotch thistles, and along with your wild turnip and a whole heap of deep rooted plants that bring up the nutrients from the soil. I didn't even know what Michelina was 3 or 4 years ago. Seeing it is just better than any oats crop or any other thing. It's just a natural to Australia, so there's no reason to put exotic plants here when we've got these great plants that'll see the droughts out and respond in the good times and hold you through the harder times and just bounce back without any without any input. Dung beetles have done a great job next to one piece of dung. It looked like a pig had been there and dug the soil up, really. There's so much soil turned over. So all those things are working for us, so we really don't need to spend money on perhaps causing them grief. We don't know that all the bugs in the soil. We start putting chemicals and fertilisers on, well, are we losing those just to get a short-term return? We're expanding the farm downwards, not sideways, expanding our soil and what we can run, and then we get the benefit of being able to capture carbon with that. Half the battle with metal stress on the land is you need to be able to see your land good. If your land goes down, you go down with it.